once in a while I'll go through and try to start everything up and keep it limbered up. I try to spend a few hours every week doing that, kind of going through my truck and cleaning it out and everything. I got the Camaro over here. I haven't started this in a while, and several weeks. This car's got a draw on the battery, and I've put no effort into trying to figure it out, but I'm gonna start this thing up. I've got the battery charging. We're gonna fire this thing up, but I also thought, I was like, man, I haven't started that Scout motor in a while, and if you're new to my channel, I've got a 76 International Scout. I've always been a fan of the old Broncos, and I found the next best thing's a Scout. Well, I didn't know those were absolutely terrible and hard to find, and so I found a good one. Well, then, like everybody, I want to do the LS swap, but that is super expensive. So I found a used 345, basically transmission, transfer case, everything out of the exact same vehicle. If you noticed a while back on my video, I got it up and running and all that, but it's been quite some time since I got this thing running. So what I was going to do is just fire it up, because I was using ethanol gas, and this carburetor, I halfway put a carburetor kit in it, and it works good. So what I did is, on these, I've been using this pre-mix regular gas, contains no ethanol. Let's see if this thing fires up and we'll fill this float bowl up. Now, I've already got a battery over here and all that good stuff. Let's fill this float bowl up and see if this thing starts. I don't know if it will. Like I said, it's been a while since it ran, but let's see here. Add some gas. So what I'm doing is I'm filling up the float bowl through the vent. I'm not just pouring it straight down in the carburetor, because you can kind of catch your garage on fire that way. So let's see. We've got our battery cables hooked up. Let's see what we can do here. I'm going to hook up the coil wire. Okay. Let's see, guys. Maybe a little flooded. Sounds pretty darn good for not being started that long. I think we have a good motor. Still got a little bit of gas in it. I probably ran that thing out. These things love gasoline, so it probably already used that float bowl, but that's really all I wanted to do with it. So it does hit, it works. So I thought that's pretty cool. Go ahead and take the battery off. So yeah, how cool is that? So we'll just put our gas right there for right now. Get this battery and we're gonna go put this up. So next we ought to start this Camaro up and see if it runs. Like I said, I hadn't started it in a while. So I don't know if you can see or not. Those batteries just don't get any lighter. So yeah, we're gonna jump in this thing. We're gonna see if it'll start. I need to go ahead and put this cable on. Got it set up on the 30 amp boost. Let's see here. Turn our battery charger back on just to help it out a little bit. What the heck was that? Oh, okay. All right. Hitting it with the boost. All right. And then, so, I'm just trying to think of what else. So the Chevelle, I got to put new fuel lines on it. I can start it, but it's not going to run right. So I got to do that. I got to do nothing to that. I mean, I'm not used to that at all. It means nothing. The Monte Carlo, you guys hadn't seen this in a while, but I've kind of cleaned everything up and painted the fender wells. I repainted the inside of the wheels. The valve cover gaskets were just like gushing oil out the side, so I replaced those. I've been periodically driving it, but I had big hopes for what I wanted to do with this car. I don't really know what I'm going to do with it, but it's a good, solid, not rusty G-body with no T-tops. It needs an LS and a turbo or a Hellcat motor or something. But let's see if this Camaro will fire up. I don't know, should I do the video from the back? I don't know, like I said, I hadn't started this. It's at least been a month. Let's see if it runs. All right. Uh-oh, the buzzer's working. nature. Exhaust fumes stink. Yeah, that car's a little cool nature. I don't have the manual choke hooked up on it. I'll probably never hook it up just because. But yeah, the car needs a new fuel sending unit. I still haven't put the heater core in it. And I think I'm gonna take it for a little spin. So just to kind of keep it limbered up and everything. So, but if you guys haven't seen, this is my 1981 Camaro Z28. I got this thing back in March of last year. If you go back to the videos, you'll see when I found it. It had been sitting for about 20 years, and I bought a used Blueprint crate motor. Had Rick Hazelton rebuild the transmission, full exhaust, did all the brakes. I mean, basically got it back up and going and everything. Got it from Fort Worth. It's been a Texas car all of its life. This car has zero rust. This is probably the nicest second-gen Camaro I've ever had. As far as the quality, it's an absolute survivor. The original motor, I think it had been rebuilt, you know, back in the early 2000s and ran out of oil and locked up. But got her back up and going. So we say we take this thing down the road. I think it would do it some good. But yeah, super decent car. I need to clean it up, you know. Only thing I'd change about this car, and probably some of you know, it needs to have a 4-speed. And I have just about all the parts to convert it, but it's just such in good shape that, man, I don't know. I may just leave it alone and drive it, you know. All the factory gauges in it work good. The shifter's a little wonky. It doesn't go down in first gear, which I think is kind of odd. But it is a little cold natured though. Oh, easy now. But yeah, it's not a bad old car though. The interior is really nice. It's got a 2800 converter, I think, in it. It's still sporting a 308 rear end. It's got an open differential. I've never seen it, the open differential cars I've came across. I think I lost you guys. Are you there? 14 minutes, yeah. I think I lost you. Yeah, my connection's kind of spotty out here. It's chilly. Dang. I might have to fix that heater core, man. Yeah, I'm ready to start driving this car. That Mustang probably won't get much love once I get this car going. guess in the springtime. Dead spotted. I usually go all the way around, but they've turned that little road into a gravel road, and I don't want to mess with that. So we'll turn around and head back here. But yeah, I'm thinking about, they have the Daryl Starbird's Rod and Custom Car Show in February here in Tulsa. And I think I usually put my Chevelle on that show with Jared and Brandon Strong from Strong Speed Works and a few other friends. And I'm thinking about putting this car and my Chevelle in it next year, doing 2 cars. And actually taking the weekend off where I could like stay the whole, you know, spend more time at the car show. So I'm thinking about doing that. Uh-oh. Yeah, that shifter's way out of whack. Yeah, the gas gauge is not working. Over here just a second, kind of take a look at the car and probably end this little live chat deal. But yeah, I'm thinking about putting this car and my other one in the Starwood show. Yeah, I think I got a good one. Definitely needs a bath, but yeah, it's a pretty sharp little car. I am super happy to have it. Man, that sun's right in my eyes. All right, guys, well, thanks for everything, and I'll see you guys later.